This is not Tagaytay, this is not Baguio, and this, hindi ito ibang bansa. Believe it or not, all these can be found in an unassuming municipality in Batangas. Keep watching kasi dadalhin namin kayo to Agoncillo. Hi Beach Sisters! I may be a Manilena by address, but I'm a Batangueña by blood, and it's high time I learn more about my home province, Batangas. From Agoncillo to Tui, I'm tracing my roots one municipality at a time, and I'm bringing Mariah and you along for the ride. At syempre, dahil susuyurin natin ang Batangas from A to T, magsisimula tayo dito sa Agoncillo.
This is the first stop for the Batangas from A to T series. We are in Agoncillo. Actually, maraming history ang Agoncillo. O, research ko to.
Dati itong parte ng nearby municipality ng Lemergy, pero eventually humiwalay ito. In 1949, naging pansipit ito through a plebiscite. After a year or so, pinalitan ang pangalan nito, and from then on, makikilala na ang munting munisipalidad na ito sa pangalang Agoncillo. To honor the role of Don Felipe Agoncillo, na funnily enough ay taga-Taal, for his diplomatic work that led to the end of the Spanish-American War. But in this video, ang pupuntahan natin ay ang sumisikat na resort dito called VillaJovita. Bago natin pag-usapan yan, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon to get a notification when we have new videos. If you're watching from Facebook, support us by following this page and sharing this video. You can also use these promo codes on your screen for discounts on tours, activities, accommodations, and more, hindi lang sa Batangas pero pati sa mga travels nyo sa buong Pilipinas at maging sa ibang bansa.
Ang highlight ng trip na to ay yung VillaJovita. So, malapit kasi siya Pansipit River, and it actually has access to that. So, pupuntahan natin yun later.
But on the way to VillaJovita, marami tayong madadaanan na mga interesting spots. Since yung daan natin to Agoncillo is from the south of Batangas, yung ruta natin papuntang Emry's Cafe, which is one of our stops in this Agoncillo trip, is through Lemergy Agoncillo Road. Sa totoo lang, we weren't really expecting much from this first viewpoint kasi inaabangan namin yung view ng Taal sa Emry's Cafe. Pero nung dumating na kami sa point na ito, napatigil talaga kami kasi sobrang ganda ng view of Taal.
Grabe, tas nadadaan-daanan lang yan.
Hindi kami aware ni Mariah na meron palang Taal Lake view na pin sa Google Maps. If hahanapin nyo ito sa Agoncillo, make sure lang na yung pupuntahan yung pin is yung nasa Lemergy Agoncillo Road kasi may 20 siguro na Taal Lake view sa Google Maps. Makita nyo sa screen yung specific pin with the actual link.
Wow! Wow! Wala ko. Dito, pwede naman siya. Malaki enough yung shoulder. So, that's crazy.
I'd be lying if I said this isn't the most beautiful view of Taal that I have ever seen. I grew up spending summers in Talisay, so hindi naman nabago sa akin yung Taal view, but this was definitely something else. Guys, halos face-to-face na kayo ni Taal sa sobrang lapit, at bukod sa sobrang ganda niya, sobrang ganda ng mahuhuha niyong photos. Sa ibang viewpoints siguro, sobrang liit lang ni Taal sa background nyo, pero dito sa Agoncillo, ikaw pa talaga manliliit kay Taal. Bukod sa sobrang bongga ng photos namin dito, na-appreciate ko talaga yung laki ng Taal at yung nadadala niyang ganda sa home province ko. Make sure lang na kung titigil kayo dito guys, do it safely and don't take too long kasi daanan pa rin naman ito. And if these gorgeous photos in the afternoon aren't enough for you, drop by this viewpoint during sunrise. Since this side of Batangas faces east, Agoncillo gets beautiful sunrises like this every single day. Make sure lang to check yung time ng sunrise on the day of your visit and allot maybe siguro 30 to 45 minutes before it para makaabang na kayo at makapag-timelapse. Pero alam nyo, hindi pa dito natatapos yung adventures natin sa Agoncillo kasi gutom na kami ni Mariah.
Ang next stop natin ay Emry's Cafe. Let's go!
If you guys are driving, take note lang that the drive from the Lemergy Agoncillo Road can take up to 20 minutes since nasa looban pa ito ng Agoncillo. My personal tip, punta kayo rito ng maaraw pa. One thing I learned about going to restos and resorts in Batangas na nasa looban pa, madalas makikitid ang mga daan. Please drive with caution at huwag magmadali, and if you can, avoid driving at night, especially if you're a new driver like me. Syempre, order muna tayo tapos punta na tayo sa viewpoint na ito. Take note na separate pa ito sa area ng cafe ha. Since yung view na ito is mas malayo compared sa earlier na Taal Lake viewpoint, you get a wider view of Taal. So sobrang tagal nyo magpipicture dito like us, baka sunduin na rin kayo ng staff kasi kanina pa handa yung food. Para may idea rin kayo if you ever plan to visit, ito yung order namin. Fried mozzarella cheese, Merlin's baby back ribs, Galahad bolognese, and a slice of burnt cheesecake. We absolutely love the fried mozzarella cheese and the burnt cheesecake. Ang ganda rin ng ambience ng Emry's Cafe with its white interiors na perfect para sa mga family dinners or brunch with the girls. VillaJovita is the highlight of this video on Agoncillo since it sits right beside the Pansipit River, the only outlet of Taal towards Balayan Bay. Now, there are a few other resorts that sit alongside the river since dumadaan ito sa Agoncillo, San Nicolas, Lemergy, and Taal. Pero naintriga kasi talaga kami sa chlorine-free riverside pools ng resort na ito which don't disappoint. But we'll talk more about that later. After checking in, labas muna tayo to get food and snacks bago mag 7 p.m. kasi according sa caretaker ng resort, maaga nagsasara ang mga resto at tindahan dito sa Agoncillo. Buti na lang meron pa nitong 5-star chicken at dali na malapit lang sa resort. At dahil wala kaming eco bag at walang kahon at that time yung dali na napuntahan namin, kailangan muna tayo ng shopping basket para dalhin yung pinamili sa kotse. Promise, hindi namin iuuwi yung basket. Pagbalik sa resort, dinner, and then it's time for night swimming. Buti na lang bukas hanggang 10 p.m. yung pool nila for overnight guests. If you guys want to book a room with VillaJovita, you can do so through their Facebook page. If you guys want to know about their day rates, keep watching.
In the morning, we'll be exploring the rest of the resort kasi bukod sa mga pwedeng pagswimingan, ang dinadayo rin dito ay yung sandamakmak na photo spots nito.
Nakakatuwa kasi very thoughtful yung pag-layout ng resort at madaling may ikot lahat ng photo spots, even the ones na kailangan mong lakarin pababa.
Tapos ito pa, itong resort ko, sobrang, guys, alat kayo ng oras para sa pictures. Pag umuwi pa kayong walang profile picture, still issue na yan. Kayo na yan.
Ito talaga yung highlight ng Agoncillo trip natin. And aside from the view, ito naman din talaga yung deserve niya naman maging highlight.
Oo,
Kasi sobrang ganda talaga. Ang
ganda!
sobrang daming pwedeng pag-picture. Tao yung pag umuwi ka nang wala kang bagong profile picture, parang nagpunta ka ba talaga dito?
Guys, allot an hour or two for photos kasi sulit talaga sa dami ng pwedeng pagpicturan. Bago pa kayo bumaba sa Hobbiton nila, sobrang dami ng picture spots like these na kailangan mong akyatin, this open clamshell para mag-feeling perlas ng silangan ka, itong napakalaking banana, and even this overlooking view deck with a view of the Pansipit River and more photo spots sa baba. But I think the best photo spots are really at the Hobbiton kasi you can get shots like this with the windmill, these hobbit burrows, this boat beside the river, itong pa-stairway to heaven nila, at itong mala-crash landing on you na piano with bonus water lilies. Wala yan sa Switzerland. And it's not like puro photo spots lang yung meron sa side na ito ng resort kasi pwede kayong tumambay sa ilang spots like itong section na may mga upuan at umbrellas, mga kabana, and our personal favorite, itong kawayan na platform with beanbags sa tabi ng ilog. Guys, kung pwede lang na dito na kami ni Mariah forever, hindi na kami aalis. Make sure to ask some help from the staff para matry nyo itong giant swing with a view. Super secure siya, may harness pa nga, and sobrang helpful talaga ng staff. Sila pa nga tutulak sa'yo at magpipicture sa'yo. Pro tip! Kala mo naman expert! Do all of these pictorials in the morning, mga 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. para hindi pa masyadong mainit at maganda yung tama ng araw. Facing the sunrise kasi yung resort, so you'll really get the best photos in the morning habang paakyat pa lang yung araw. At kapag napagod kayo mag-picture, pwede nyo nang enjoy yung riverside pools. They have 4 pools in operation with the biggest one nearest to the river. And if you come early, you may just get the pools all to yourself just like us since other guests start coming in siguro closer to the afternoon. The pools are well-maintained and malinaw yung tubig. Like makikita kang mga dahon-dahon galing sa bamboo na nakatanim malapit sa pools, pero regular namang naglilinis ng staff, which I really appreciate. The different pools serve different purposes as well. Medyo mas malalim yung malaking pool sa baba, but these two pools are perfect for adults and older kids that want to chill since medyo mas mababaw at mas maliit ang pools na ito. Meron din silang mala jacuzzi na pool na perfect para sa mga chismisan niya ng mga barkada or even if you're a parent with young kids. But the next question is, pwede bang mag-swimming sa river? Unfortunately, no. They have signs all over this part of the resort explicitly saying na bawal mag-swimming sa river, at least via the resort's access. Aside naman from swimming, pwede kayong magdala ng mga kakainin dahil may mga kubo-kubo sa tabi ng river, perfect para sa mga ayaw mabasa at gustong kumain lang. Sobrang swak ng VillaJovita for families and barkadas na gustong mag-outing kasi hindi ka mauubusan ng gagawin. We opted for an overnight stay pero sulit na rin ang day tour kung ang habol mo ay yung swimming at photo spots. You'll find the day tour rates on your screen.
If you enjoyed this video, please comment, like, and subscribe, and save our promo codes for discounts. From Agoncillo to Tui, I'm rediscovering my Batangas roots, one municipality at a time. Katatapos lang natin dine sa Agoncillo, kita-kits sa Alitagtag.